A lot of movies like to portray immortality as some great power. Like in Dragon Ball Z when Frieza wanted a wish for immortality, or in Deadpool where Wade Wilson underwent sick tests that mutated his cells so they can replicate themselves indefinitely. Now, I'm no biologist, but basically your cells reach the end of their life cycle after dividing so many times. When that time comes, they'll essentially self-destruct, or they'll not die and turn cancerous. As for Deadpool, he got the best of both worlds. But for the sake of argument and brevity, I'm gonna have to focus on the non-cancerous form of immortality to rag on. Why do so many people even think this is a good idea? Even the famous YouTube mogul Simon Whistler wonders,
who wouldn't want to be immortal? Everyone in the comments, apparently.
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Whistler. If we're going with the genuine biological immortality, that your cells simply divide indefinitely and never die or turn cancerous, then you're going to be able to heal yourself much faster than you'll ever take damage. Allegedly. I'm certain there's something to be said about being completely disintegrated by, say, a quasar or whatever, but if you manage to avoid your everyday death laser, then you'll probably be okay. I'll take this moment to point out that even if you'd manage to upload your consciousness to a computer, that computer would eventually lose power, for sure. The same could be said for cryonics, as in the tube or chamber losing power. Even if it was on a generator, it will eventually run out of whatever fuel is running it, and you'll die with it. Well, let's say you're a cyborg, though. Unless you have some sort of internal eternal battery, well. I'm also ignoring the concept of you de-aging to be young again, mostly to avoid the question of how far back do you go? It's not exactly the level of paradox I want to think about for a Minecraft video. So back to the biological immortality. You can't die, you can't get sick, and if you do, you won't feel it for long. And most importantly, you can't become famous. Well, think about it. Not only will you most likely never age again because of the whole immortal thing, but you'll also never die. It's shocking, I know. But really, you won't be able to live in any one place for too long. You won't be able to make too many friends, unless you make them sparingly across time. Maybe you can make your money as a truck driver. But how long can you run your business and no one even realizes you've been with a company for over 500 years? Maybe you'll survive off the land in a remote jungle far away. Whatever you do, unless it's the completely self-sufficient option, you may possibly find yourself being tested on and or even imprisoned once people notice you've been around here for a while. I suppose it would really depend on where in the world you were born and at what point in your life you gained immortality. If you were somehow miraculously born with it, at what point do you stop aging, or do you even age at all? Perma-infant. Assuming you're an average-aged adult in generally good health and now you just are immortal, you have a wonderful life of nothingness to look forward to. You see, after all your family and loved ones die, after all the nations of the world become barren and humanity's last mortal human being dies, after our star, the sun, explodes outward in the size, engulfing the planet and the rest of the solar system, after all the rest of the stars in the universe have died out, and after all the collapsed star black holes have long since been radiated away, there you'll be, alone in the vacuum of empty, void space. You can't even kill yourself for comfort.